Hey everybody, welcome to a new series. Checking out Shattered Heaven. It's just dropped on Steam today in early access, May 31st. And the art style looked really cool, and that's kind of what drew me to this. Honestly, I don't know much else beyond that. It has been developed by Leonardo Production, which I think is a pretty small indie studio. I'm just having a look at the games they've also made. Not gonna lie, I don't recognize a lot of them, but I really like the aesthetic on the screenshots of this, so I'm hoping that the gameplay can match this. Anyway, without further ado, let's play. Do I want a tutorial? Give me a tutorial, please. It is known that many have heard the call of Naraka. Some sages in Sintamania have claimed a voice was whispered in their ears. Stay hydrated as well while we're doing this intro. Man, it's pretty warm in my office right now. I feel like I'm losing like a kilo per hour in just sweat.
Our God is no more, and we, the lowly mortals, are the ones who killed him.
Oh, it's the country of Andorra.
Now, the cursed remnants of humanity exist under the perpetual reign of his mournful ashes, condemned to a never-ending circle of hate and resentment. As punishment for our ancestral sin, our breaths are cut short as soon as we hit 40 of age. We are barren shells, unable to sleep, to desire, to bring forth new life. Our last hope for a better tomorrow lies in a divine forgiveness that only bloodshed can grant us. 4 Vestals shall hail from the 4 lands. Sentia, where memories of old still sing. Delhem, ever untamed and never bound. Flamen, hearth of steel and spires. And our home, born from thunder and storms, Ashram. In the end, only one pair of soiled hands will hold the salvation we desperately seek. Once every 10 years, our somber march to the Equinox Cathedral ushers war in. Kneeling in front of the flame of Vesta, we swear to repent. O ancient sin, stain us in red, so that we may never forget the firmament's grief. O ancient sin, grant us this holy pardon, so that we may one day mend our shattered heaven.
They said the game. Also, can you give me a TLDR on that one?
Is this the best you can do?
Okay, tutorial number 1, first steps. The battle has begun. Beat your enemies, you must use cards. Each of them is a specific action Andorra can take. At the beginning of each turn, your characters will draw 5 cards, up to a max of 8, so a hand limit 8. In order to play cards, you need action points. The cost is shown by the number in the top left corner of the card. Your character starts turns with 2 AP and can have a maximum of 4. You can see how many AP are available in the bottom left corner. Okay. Most cards have special effects known as keywords. You can check a brief description of each card by hovering the cursor over it. You can also complete one... Sorry. You can also see a complete... Oh. You can also see a complete one by pressing the more info button. I don't know why that... I struggled to pass that sentence. It was completely legible. It was my brain was the issue. Each character takes their actions on their turn. The turns of your character and enemies are instead grouped into rounds. You can see the order of turns of the current and next round in the top right corner. Okay, so I'm going first in this round, and the next round I'm also going first. When it comes to inflicting damage, sword cards are your best choice. You can see the icon of each card beneath its AP cost and gem colour. Now use Vorpal Strike to attack the enemy. Okay, Vorpal Strike Overwhelm. Single enemy deal 8 damage. Hero Ruby common. And I can right click for even more info. Man, the art on this card, really like it. Just in this game, the picture's aesthetically very pleasing. Not gonna lie, the font for the number, a little bit wiggly, but sure. Oh, and then you can see all the cards in my hand. Okay. Well, I'll do as the game tells me to. Veni, Vidi, Vici. You can see the intentions of enemies for the next turn. Sword icon means they're going to attack you. Arrows indicate they'll grant themselves buffs. Use the information to your advantage. Okay, so it's Slay the Spire. Looks like the enemy's going to retaliate. Use a shield card to soften the blow. They're the best tool when it comes to armor and defensive effects. Stand your ground to gain armor. Gain 3 armor, heal for 2. It's a Sapphire basic common. And also there's a little bit of lore text on each card. I like that. Okay, so I see. So they're attacking and it shows the hero that's going to be attacked. Your AP counters reach 0, which means that all you can do is end the turn. Done.
Onward, Thunderborns!
Endure the hardship. Enemies can inflict debuffs to characters, adding negative effects during the battle. Each debuff is a counter that decreases by 1 at the end of the turn, or when a specific action is performed. Once the counter reaches 0, the debuff disappears. You can see more information by hovering the cursor over the icon. One way to counter the debuff is gaining buffs of your own. All the characters can equip skills that grant boons and aid in battle. Try using Andora's Champion of the Parish skill. So hang on a minute. Oh, it's not a card, it's an ability. So I have pity on me. Alright, true. Damage taken is increased by 20%. But I can give a Blessing 2 and 2 armor to all allies. Some keywords allow you to play new efficient strategies to win the battle as fast as possible. Usually found in the support cards. The Ever Chosen as a Swift keyword allows you to discard a card you might not want and draw a new one instead. So that is what Swift is. Discard 1 card and draw 1 card. And you heal on it. Oh, can I choose which one I want to get rid of? So, Inhuman Reactions, 8 damage plus 2 to a single enemy, and it has riposte on it. Okay, I can't actually see the card in this screen, so you can't check for more information right now. Noted. Even though it says that you can. It's early access as a reminder. They'll probably fix that up later on. We've seen Overwhelm. Lightning strikes twice. This is another Swift card. If you played another non-Ruby card this turn, add 3 damage. And I can't hide the screen. It'd be really nice to be able to hide the screen just to see what the opponent is doing again, just as a reminder. But since we have so many attack cards, I will get rid of the Vorpal Strike. Ascend to Deity. Andora's special mechanic is called Deity. Whenever she uses a card of each gem, she will fill a slot. Once all 3 slots are filled, she'll gain a Deity point, to a maximum of 3. Reaching 3 Deity points, alright, are you following along? Will power up Andora's next turn, granting her 4 AP and increase critical hit chance. A critical hit chance? Interesting. After the special turn ends, Deity points go back to 0. Let's wrap this up. Use any card to deal the final blow and win the battle. So this is the Deity points on the left side of the screen, I guess. That's my health. And we have 2 actions. So that's another Swift card. What was Riposte? Counterattack the next single target attack received. Okay. And I can see that Ancillus has 7 HP. Okay. Alright. You can move around dungeons using the mouse with the directional keys. Are we good? Oh. Oh, it's kind of like Darkest Dungeon. Sometimes during exploration you'll come across certain special events. We'll have to decide what path to take. The outcomes are never fully certain, but you can use the descriptions to choose the most profitable option. Song of the Bound. Lonely is the lady of the tree. Just listen to her song. Oh dear freedom, how I ache for you. Lonely is the prisoner of the oak. Just hearken unto her pleas. Oh dear absolution, how I yearn for you. These roots are here poisoned shackles. They're even her poisoned shackles. I nearly said hair. And her heart is long covered in thorns. Oh dear saviour, how I dream of you. I can clap for her, gain loot, or I can ignore her, gain loot and... I will clap for her. The maiden stops her lonely verses. In her face, the most outraged grimace meets your quiet adulation. As her form retreats into the trunk, disappearing from your view, vicious branches lash out at you in retaliation. Man, this is just what it's always like when I speak to women. They grimace, they retreat, and then they hit me with branches. Right, we got a disarming kit. The Echo of the Child, a small floating being emitting a gentle hum. Use it to reveal the contents of the next 2 rooms in each direction. And you can disarm traps. Okay. While exploring, you might want to know what lies ahead. Instead of finding out the hard way, the Echo of the Child is a tool meant to specifically, used especially for this. Try using it. You find many different tools. Some can be used at any moment during explorations, others are in particular situations. Okay. And this is a battle.
I've had worse.
Harness your rage. Magn is another member of the party. His special mechanic is called Rage. He gains 1 rage point by playing tape to tape, and 2 points when he is hit by an attack. Magni's skills do not rely on cooldowns, but instead require a certain number of rage points to be used. Spend your pent-up rage to use Hallow Bastion's skill. Give 3 armor to all allies, cost 4 rage points. Okay. Each character has a healing potion that can only be used to restore a portion of the health. Try using Magni's. Each deck contains at least 1 legendary card. These are the most powerful cards available. They usually have a diamond crystal. Try using Outboned Goliath and finish the battle. So Domina has 10 health. She's planning to attack both heroes, I think. So Oathbound Goliath's Phalanx, Tenacity 2, gain 4 armor. Phalanx, damage taken reduced by 20%. Tenacity, on the next turn draw 1 extra card for each attack received. And I went to all of my team.
Forward.
Okay, sure. Curse. Damage dealt is reduced by 20%. So when it says 7 minus 2, it's not doing the minus 2 on the 7, right? It is going to do 5 damage. Deal 2 extra damage for each card and or skill with Swift Play this turn. And this doesn't have Swift. That has Swift, though. So, hang on a minute. So, yeah, that did 5. Swift 1 card. And then I can Overwhelm. The kill. Draft your way to victory. After each battle, you'll be offered a selection of neutral cards to add to your character decks. You can select in which deck you want a specific card to go by clicking on the character's portrait beneath it. When you're satisfied with your choice, select Done. Okay. Ah, I see. Maybe? Fire Walk With Me. Echo. The buff. The effect of the next card will repeat at the start of your next turn. The effect of the card... Oh, this card. So you'll do 6 damage and 6 damage next turn. Gain 2 armor tenacity. You'll draw an extra card for each attack received. And Shadows of Doubt. Damage dealt is reduced by 20%. Curse is 2, damage is 8. This seems pretty good, honestly. I can't see which deck, though, that I'm... I don't know what's in these decks first to know which one I should put it in. Let's try and put it in your deck. Oh, do I have to select... Does each one of these cards go into each person's deck? I'm so confused. Or do I get 2 cards? Is this what's happening here? I think I get to pick 2 cards. Wait, can 2 people? No. Alright. Let me explain if you don't know. So I get to pick 2 of these 3 cards, I think. Each one can only go into 1 deck. So Shadow of Doubt is currently going to go into that deck. Fire Walk With Me is going to go into that deck. But I think I actually want this deck instead. So you don't even click on these cards. You just select these bottom ones. Okay. Okay. Alright, we have Flagitium. Hello? Oh, this is the 3rd character, I guess. If Shana is the last member of your party, her special mechanic is called Thirst. Whenever she kills an enemy or plays specific cards, she'll gain Thirst points. Summoning the beast Limodes? Limodes. I think it's Limodes. These powers will be spent to power up her cards. Try and play the card with the card called the Beast. It has the gouge keyword that allows you to eliminate cards you don't want in your deck for the whole battle. That seems unbelievably strong. Where does it say it has gouge? Oh, normal gouge. Limodi summoned gouge. What? My brain. So lethality is critical chance increased by 10%. Blessing is damage is dealt by increased by 20%, and gouge remove 1 card for the rest of the battle. For a minimum of 10 cards left in the deck, so you can't actually take it to like 0. Okay. Go. So what card do I not want to get anymore? I guess this one. Hunger and Thirst. Now that you have Limodes at your side, you can use the alternate effect of the cards by spending a Thirst point. When the counter reaches 0, Limodes will disappear. Try and unleash a Merciless Whip on your enemies and finish the battle. So Limodes is the thing behind me. Deals 5 damage, Curse 2, Bleeding 2. Okay.
Salvation by my hands.
And now I guess I'm seeing out the rest of the battle. So bleed is 2 damage over time. But it'll decrease, I assume. I guess it's going to do 2 then 1. Maybe I'm wrong. I'll check that. Okay, Swift is discard a card, draw a card. And we know that they're attacking everyone. You're attacking everyone. So I could do 8 plus 10. But I think it's going to do more, because Delt... Oh no, Delt is reduced, not in my brain. Give Blessing 2, Armor 2 to all allies. Again, I can't quite remember what Blessing is off the top of my head. I feel like, though, I should just blow the ability immediately. Damage dealt is increased by 20%. So instead, this is going to do 10... and 12. So if I hit you with this... Sorry, it's just taking me a second to get used to this. And then I have 29 health. If I hit you... and then I do this. You'll die to bleed now. Which I don't know what the order is. I don't know if bleed goes off first. That's kind of what I'm testing right now. And we've got riposte anyway. And we know we're going to be attacked.
My sin is my strength.
And we also know that on the order of play is Dominant that is going next. Berserk and Purge. Deal 5 more damage if the target has 2 more active debuffs. Alright, I kind of like the idea of that ability. It's like a keyword, Purge. Berserk. Decrease the cost of the card by 1 if Magni is 7 or more rage. And he has 2. Gives 3 armor to all allies. Rage 4 points. I mean... Oh, I can't do this. Oh, I have to have rage at 4 points, sorry. I thought it was giving me points. How do I get rage again? Did the game actually tell me? I assume it's upon getting hit. Anyway. I mean, you have 2 debuffs, so... That's going to hurt you. And let's give me one of these as well. So you hit everyone. Give a bunch of curses.
So sweet.
Very, very nice. It smells so sweet. Deal 3 damage and inflict bleeding 2 to all enemies. I mean, we just ate an enemy. That seems really strong as an ability. And gain a thirst. I mean, you're done. And I assume this is going to be a boss battle I'm about to hit. Pity the vessel that sleeps. Through her slumber, dreams manifest, silencing her conscience. It's definitely going to take a little bit of getting used to. It almost feels like it's the opposite of something like Wild Frost, and it's just taking my brain a second to get around it, and all the keywords are different. It definitely has Slay the Spire vibes, though, I will say that.
Journey's end, at last.
You wish. This is only the beginning.
So that's the Equinox Cathedral? It's so shiny.
Is
This
it?
is the most sacred place on Earth, and the only thing you can say is, it's so shiny.
Good to see you two in such good spirits. We still have a way to go after all.
Ugh.
Step by step, the tower drew closer, immaculately white against the barren plain. Its masonry formed a tight reticle that enveloped the sacred building. And then, the grand portal opened, flanked by its 2 armored guardians. A stern-looking old man stepped forward.
Oh, I guess I'll voice this. Welcome, children of Ashram, to the Equinox Cathedral. I'm Charon, Herald of the Divine Child. Thank you for receiving us, most revered. Oh, such a wrinkly old face. Is being the Herald really something that special, sir?
Damn you!
Hey, do you have any idea of how disrespectful you're being? That's alright. Curiosity is indeed a rare virtue these days. But yours, young lady, is a question that will find its answers another time. Over there you'll find your chambers as well as the merchants sent here to provide for your needs. We will meet again later in the presence of the Divine Child. Through your sacrifice, may your people atone. Through our fratricide, may life be reborn. Alright, tutorial number 28. Welcome to the Equinox Cathedral, home of the faithful and the main hub of the game. Something is awaiting for you in the quarters, let's go check it out. Sitting sack, what a treat.
Whatever.
It's just a pillow. It's so soft. Oh, something is spilling out. You're covering the whole room in ashes. Oh god. It's a little bit freaky. Seriously, what's up with you? What do you mean what's up with them? You sleep in a pillow with full of ashes? I hope it's not the ashes of people. Have you been living under a rock this whole time? It was a shack near a mountain. So, in a certain way, it was under a rock, I think. Sacks or pillows, enjoy them while you can. We won't have much rest once the war begins. The small talk was cut short, thank God, by the sound of the gate portal opening once again.
Out of that gate came a young woman, black hair that gracefully danced in the air with every step of hers, and a sharp, bewitching gaze. Following close behind, two severe-looking warriors strode forward with pride. The vestal of Sentia and her guardians had arrived.
What do you mean severe-looking?
Welcoming party? Honestly, I couldn't have asked for a better one. I'm glad to see you here in one piece, Enra.
It's been a while, Lyra.
Such a cold reception. You're breaking my heart, darling. After all these years, I expected you to be a tad happier to see me.
What do you want me to do? Should I, jump at your arms? Screaming, "Greetings, O great Vestal of Sentia"?
Oh, I would be delighted.
Why is everyone so sarcastic? You're still keeping my old sash around your arm.
Sure.
Yeah. I'm flattered. I beg your pardon, my liege. We need to make haste to our quarters before the ceremony begins. We don't have time to lose here.
Oh, really?
Time spent with old friends is never a waste of time, loaning. But I suppose you're right. See you later, Anra. Friends. The Sentians have been our allies for a very long time. This is the last chance of salvation for them, as it is for us.
I see.
Anyway, who's Anra? Me. It's just a childhood nickname. We trained together for a while in the names of our tribe's alliance. So are you two really good friends? No, I don't think anyone here is good friends, honestly, Ishana. I think this would be a really great moment to shut up. Alright.
Right.
This must be the call of the Divine Child. It would be better to reach the hall as soon as possible. Good, let's go. Did I say something weird? I mean, I think everyone's saying kind of weird stuff, honestly, but... Okay, so the quarters is just exposition, I guess. Missions.
Remarkable.
Behold, O Lord Heliad, as he sits upon his divine throne. Now hear his words as he makes his will known. Is this his throne? Like, has he got like some sort of campfire on top of the... I don't even know what, just a pile of hands? Shut up, old man. They're here to hear me talk. Why is everyone just awful? Come on. And now, yes, you shall hear my words. Centuries ago, a vessel from Sentia defiled my divine will. She corrupted the 8 Guardians, made them kill their own wards, and then took over the pit of Naraka. What was once a hallowed place of rest for the dead is now a kingdom of treachery. Death in Naraka is better than life here on Earth. The most absurd slander. We have proclaimed countless holy marches onto her wretched dominion, executing her minions one by one. And now it's time for her to face my final judgment. This shall be your first duty in this new war of ascension. You want to save your miserable people from their impending extinction, right? Go deep into Naraka, slay the betrayer, and erase this ugly stain from our history once and for all. Why don't you do it, Divine Child? Like, if you've been going around executing all these people, and now you chickened out at the final boss, you do it. According to tradition, 4 will depart, and only 3 will return. May it be in battle or in a sacred duel, one of you will die. Do not disappoint me. This is your God's will. Through your sacrifice, may your people atone. Through our fratricide, may life be reborn. I suspected that not all 4 Vestals would attend yet, but out of all of them, how fortuitous is for her to be here already.
What?
Is that a problem? We just have to trust that the Ever-Chosen won't lose sight of our goal even if... What are you two whispering behind my back? Let's get a move on. We have a war to wage. Okay, we have first reconnaissance. Interesting. First reconnaissance, Eris the Vile Betrayer has challenged our most enlightened long enough. Surrounded by her cowardly puppets, she lies in wait. A mendacious queen among deceived souls. March on, Keepers of the Fire. Find the traitor so that punishment can be delivered. Charon. Mission objective floor 1, find all the keys and reach the exit. Our reward will be a desire of the fallen, a seed of the mother, and a faith orb. You can't just give me cash. Can I take this, or are we just good? Time you are on your way to Naraka. To leave the hub, click on a dungeon selection icon. Okay, we have to go to Naraka, and we're in the Equinox Cathedral. Right. Understood. Each dungeon has 4 different depths. Each needs to be completed in order to proceed to the next. Select Enter Dungeon to start your adventure. Okay. Free supplies. We get a disarming trap, a tablet of protection. It can be used to protect against blasphemy. And a scapegoat. Use it to remove 1 debuff from party. Okay. Honestly, if you want to read the lore, pause now, read it. I've had too much exposition already. Let me play the game. The standard difficulty and intended way to approach the game. Do you want to play on Vestal? Sure, I'll play on Vestal. No one knows exactly where the constant rains generate, as they fall even when the skies are clear. Ah. Maybe you have a very unusually cold atmosphere. It just instantly condenses and rains back onto you. It can never reach like a cloud critical mass.
Was a light with small refractions, each a gem embedded in stone. This was Sintamania, home of the pious tribe of Sentia, and a jewel at the gates of hell.
Look at all these sparkling stones. Oh, I would love to live here.
It's indeed a pleasure for the eyes.
Are you all right?
Keep quiet. We're entering the pit.
Every child knew that the hallowed chasm was to be revered as much as it was to be feared. A cursed place where dead souls gather. A grim sepulchre full of malicious energy. The reign of the treacherous queen. As they delved into darkness, their hearts tightened uneasily. But then there was a light and a gentle breeze. Under the descending pulley, a splendid plateau extended, as far as their gaze could reach.
What's this colorful rain? It's not ashes.
Flower petals. They are pretty, but completely useless.
Can I eat them?
No! We're in hostile territory. Everything you see here can hide a trap.
Indeed. As peaceful as this place might look, I feel like we are being watched.
Don't worry, I don't get many viewers on my channel, so... You're not being watched by many. I do not understand. The Herald said this place was a place of death and anger. Yeah, this doesn't feel like hell at all. Also, it doesn't seem like rain, by the way. Never before would I have seen someone describe flower petals as rain. But hey-ho. To me, this looks like paradise. I refuse to call this place paradise. It's a sin born out of horrible treachery, and we're here to put an end to it. The Wheel of Fortune. What a great game show. Each dungeon is comprised of different floors, each with their own special conditions. You have to adapt your strategy if you want to survive. Okay, floor effects. Chance and fate are always intertwined, yet never truly meet. The first trial, each party member draws an extra card at the start of their turn. I kind of like this idea as a dynamic, if it is, like, random. But maybe there's, like, a floor effect or something, and it makes you maybe build your deck slightly differently. Neutral cards. Cards you draft during an exploration are classified as neutral, or sometimes rarer, powerful variants called adaptive cards. These are temporary cards that can be added to anyone's deck and will be removed once you return to the cathedral. Okay. Growing Ambitions. Gain 2 armor, 2 HP. Sorry, heal 2 HP. Echo. Okay. Blindness. What is blindness? The next attack dealt will inflict 50% less damage as a debuff. Neutral Ruby Common. Deal 3 blind, pity 2, curse 2. So this is a huge, like, debuff card. I feel like I will build you as the debuffer. I will build you as the blocker. And therefore, you'll have the Echo Fire Walk with me damage. I do notice here there's a reroll with another resource, but we don't have that. And okay, so we have now got a split in the map. Scapegoat, Tablet of Protection. Okay. Oh, God. Oblitus.
You're already dead.
During each battle, you have the option to complete a bonus mission. Each mission you complete will help you get better rewards at the end of the dungeon. Defeat all the enemies within 3 rounds, and I assume a round is like each group of all of our attacks, so each person has 1 turn. That's 1 round, then it's the next round. Okay. Can I look at my deck? I can look at my deck. Very nice. I'll worry about what's in my hand for now. Goddess of Thunder. Sinuous Overwhelm. Reduce the cost of the card by 1 for each card and skill Swift played this turn. I see, and it costs 2. Deal 10 damage. So I want to be playing Swift cards, and this is a Swift card. Blessing 2, gain 3 armor. Damage dealt is increased by 20%. We have another Swift here as well. Okay, so I think... And they're attacking Magni. So if I armor Magni... That procs the Swift. And then I'm going to attack next with Lightning, so we can get rid of that. We might as well... Do I think I'm going to kill B before he attacks again? Maybe. I'll chase that dream. I think we then attack him with this, which is another Swift card. And I'll get rid of the Lightning. And now this costs 0. Now, I should probably have done this first. Oops. Well, I'll end my turn now. I'll try to remember that next time.
And we will.
Gain 1 thirst, gouge 1 card. What was... Oh, gouge removes a card from your deck permanently, right? Do it. Get thirst. And... let's just gouge the basic attack. Limerese is summoned, I believe, right now. Because they're behind me. Merciless Whip. So I think this will do 5 damage, 2 curse, 2 bleeding. 7 damage. Impale. 10 damage, pity 2, bleeding 1. Unwillingness to sacrifice. Gain 1 thirst, lose 2 armor, add a random hex card into the deck. I'm still not 100% certain exactly how thirst is working for me yet. Does that hit both of them? It does. So that's spent a thirst then. Oh, and then she's unsummoned because she's gone. Okay, so if I don't have thirst, she's gone. Alright.
Rage fuels me.
I left them on 1 HP as well, that's painful. But we're still learning. 3 armor to all allies. Sure. I guess that's with my rage, though. Protect the ally from the next attack. Damage taken reduced. Okay, so I do want him to be a tank, so let's have you start tanking hits. And you know what? You can echo yourself. Nice, good block.
That's the best you can do.
Okay. I kind of want to let a... Oh, hang on a minute. Lose 2 HP at the start of the turn. So this guy is dead. He won't get to act. So we should just attack Oblita's A now. We definitely want to do this. Heal 2. I'm not exactly certain how healing works yet. Do I recover outside of battle? I don't think I've got... Well, I have 1 Swift card, but I don't super care about it. I guess I'll play this. Oh, it's Self. Well, I don't need Self. Alright. Inhuman Reactions, just for damage. And... Vorpal Strike.
I can't. But you want to.
I like the audio there. So this should do 8 damage, right? Okay, so they need first enablers. That's the problem. So this would be the card to lead with. It doesn't matter, they're dead now anyway, so...
Not on my watch.
And now I just want to heal you. I just want to heal you? I can't, therefore I'll just kill. Master Tactician. Really masterful tactician, just can't speak any English. Bones is a currency, sure. Iron Grass. It's a reagent. I can make potions. Okay. Oh, and did I get the achievement? I wasn't paying attention. Right, draft your destiny. Remove 1 random buff. Deal 17 damage, pity 2. Okay. Interesting. Any first enablers, please? Create a random neutral card costing 0 AP during this turn. Alright. And gain armor, heal 2 HP. I think you take this. I think you take this, and I think you take that. And I don't know if I want to go left or right. Also, I don't seem to have the panda screen. Battles, treasures, treasure keys, dungeon keys. Let's go left. Trap thread. Enemies and special events are not the only thing you'll have to look out for. Sometimes you might even encounter traps, which can deal great damage and hinder your characters. You'll have to disarm or evade them. You can use Trap Disarming Kit tool to try and disable the trap, but risk high damage should you fail, or try and rely on dexterity to try and dodge it, taking less damage if you fail. Select an option to avoid damage. So 75% chance to disable the trap or evade is 35, but it sounds like if I don't disable the trap, I take more damage. If I evade, I'll take less damage. Without knowing exactly how that's going to work, I can't really pass which is the better option, so... Andorra was not afraid of anything at all. She fought back hordes. I thought it said horses for a second. I mean, fuck, a horse would ruin me, so... I'd be scared of a horse. Swarms of monsters with their overwhelming strength. Whenever a thunderous steps echoed down the path of evil, demons and behemoths alike would scram right away. Alas, that proud warrior did not know that sometimes a single thread is enough to make even a mountain fall, so she just trips over some barbed wire. The cautious and well-equipped have one thing in common: quick thinking and a steady hand. This impending danger avoided, you exhale a breath of relief. We avoid the trap. Excellent. It's the tree. A blasphemous event, even. Sometimes you might encounter events where there seems to be no right choice. If you have it available, you can break the tablet protection and have a chance to avoid the event altogether. May the gentle sky be my vault. May the gentle sky be my friend, encased in a lie of hope. I wish for a swift release. May the sturdy oak be my confidant. May the sturdy oak dry my tears. For I am withered prong, bound to an endless dream, and may you, ardent soul, be my witness. Protect the blasphemy is a 50% chance, and it uses that item. Throw her a dime, lose bones, or free her, might suffer damage, or... You know what? I kind of want to free her. I've clapped her face sarcastically. Pushed by her lonely song, you try and free her from the prison of roots. Your efforts are fruitless, for this tree is apparently way too sturdy and obstinate to let go. The maiden smiles wistfully, extending a hand towards you with a thankful gift before retreating. We start next battle with weakness 1, and you gain 15 bones. I don't know what weakness 1 is yet, so I don't know if that's good or bad. I just assume really bad. To gain is to burn is to gain. Mesmerized, the wanderer rummages through his pockets, frantically seeking a worthy offering for the dancing flames. Balance works in mysterious ways, to man unbeknownst. Whether or not sacrificing such a trinket will bestow a blessing of wealth or a curse of doom upon his foolish mortal's head is up to fate to decide. Can you fucking use plainer English in this, please? Just tell me, is this an upgrade or not? We'll smelt a card, of course. A warm sensation tickles your skin. The undulating flames shed your burdens away. May your travels always be blessed by the mercy of the pyre. I can remove a card from my deck of my choice. Okay, give me Ishana. And I want to get rid of a card that does, like, nothing. I honestly think I'd get rid of this. I want more things that give me thirst. Why does it say 3 in the bottom corner? Oh, is that how many copies of the card I have? Oh, screw it. Get rid of press the attack. Hello, co-host Millie as well. Unable to gain specific points. Deity, Rage, and Thirst. Oh, that seems really bad. I can purge it with the Scapegoat. You know what? Get rid of weakness. This key opens the gate at the end of the floor. That seems important. Sign of the Betrayer. Etched in stone lays the mark. Pay no mind to the rune of the ruthless betrayer, lest she enthralls you into a vicious web of deceit, bids the living. Glory be to the sign of the merciful Saviour. May she bless her poor or lost souls evermore, sings the dead. Frozen in abiding simplicity, the answer awaits. Touch the mark, you get a strong debuff or spawn the reward. Or destroy the mark, get a strong buff or spawns enemies. I will take a strong buff with the risk of spawning enemies. That disdainful mark is now eradicated. The hazy air feels heavier. Outraged acrimony sweeps all around those cracked remains. Undead shrills are getting closer with each passing moment. The party starts the next 2 battles with enlightenment. Gain 1 extra AP at the start of the next turn. That seems unbelievably good. Although I think... Oh, it's for 2 turns, I think. Nice. Alright. Freaky Praying Mantis or Head Cage. Or Clamoris and Senais, as they're called. Kill an enemy that has 2 more debuffs. I will try. Oh, interesting. The cooldown is still going, by the way. So there is a reason not to splurge it. Anyway, you're attacking Magni. You're attacking everyone. And you're going next. I could do a little repost here. I could even do a double repost. But that is 10 damage. Okay, let me do a little repost action. Counter attack the next single target attack received. What damage do I do on the counter attack though? I don't know. Oh, I forgot I've got another action. We did play a Swift card this turn. So take another 10, please. And now I think I'm going to end turn. Oh, I see how her effect works now.
This smells so...
Also, we didn't counterattack then. Oh, single target. Okay, fair enough. Enlightenment, curse. Damage dealt is reduced by 20%. Fair enough. Gain 2 armor, gain 2 thirst. Yes, please. Gouge a card. I don't think I want that. And this is my ult. We have Limides out. So Sadic, Leech, and Gouge 2 deals 18 damage. You heal for 25% of the damage dealt. Deal 10% extra damage for each debuff on the target, up to 50%. They have no debuffs. I really need to start applying debuffs. Well, there you go. Let's apply some debuffs. And you're attacking Magni right now. I guess I'll just blind you as well. Gain 1 thirst, lose 2 armor. Add a random hex card to the deck. You know what? We've not done this yet. Let's try it. What does the hex card do? Lose 2 HP. Add 1 random basic card to your deck at the end of the turn if this card is still in your hand. Interesting. So it puts just random shit in my deck.
Do I look merciful to you?
I was just wondering, should I just let that happen? Right, Oathbound Goliath. Damage taken is reduced by 20%. Next turn, draw an extra card for each attack received. And you gain 4 armor. Okay, it's my legendary, so let's send it. Wrist Smash. Deals 6 extra damage to the target as armor. It does not have armor. We can do an Echoing Heal. Well, I guess we're going to do an Echoing Heal. Nice block. Now they have armor.
For the Vestal, for Ashram.
0, Berserk and Purge. Oh, we have 7 or more rage, so it's free. Get killing. Probably should have destroyed your armor first. Good point. You know what? It's fine. Because Magni is going to receive more attacks. What are you doing, by the way? Oh, you're buffing yourself. They only have 1 debuff now. Just hit him.
Onward, Thunderborns!
Okay, debuff them. Debuff them. I cannot debuff them. Okay. Let's bless myself. Get rid of this. Overwhelm. I am looking at playing some Swift cards, you're right. We'll play this first, though. You know what? I'm going to try and kill you. As you have 2 debuffs. Let's get rid of this. And then I cry, because I thought I had another card. You know what? This is Swift. Heal for 2. And I'm slowly getting the deity points up.
Don't hold back, Shauna.
Alright, you have 3 health. Killing you will be good enough. Do I want to leech you? Sure. I did it. I've completed the quest. Create a random neutral card, costing 0 this turn. I created a growing ambition. Alright, well, we'll put that on Magni, I suppose. I really don't think I want to be just adding random hexes to the deck.
We have to save them. And we will.
Put some more bleeding on them. Bleed them. Gouge them. What is lethality? Oh, crit chance increased. And there's a leech here, but we're at 35 or 35. Okay. Bleed them. Bleed them.
I've had worse.
We have the old purge button. Purge them. Goodbye. Alright. Deals 3 blind pity curse. Curse 2 deal 8 damage. And gain hatred. The next card played will trigger its effect twice. Okay. This, I think, definitely goes into your deck. Can I just do done? No, you have to pick the cards. Okay. I think... It's not Swift. What is unique? The card will banish itself for the rest of the battle once played. I guess Magni can take this and then you can take Shadow of Doubt, but I don't think it's particularly great in your deck. Hello? Oh, another treasure key. Is this a treasure? Treasure chest. A casket of splendid solace in the midst of peril is always welcome. Sight for sore eyes and empty pockets. Alas, only the hold of the greater blessing may revel in such divine favour. Use a cake. Holy mackerel. A casket of splendid solace in the midst of all peril. Okay, it's the same thing. Increase your max HP by 10. Disarming trap. It can be used in the Dark Forge to boost the will of the party. A reagent. A solvent. Seeker of Hope. Used to reveal the position of either a treasure or a key. And loads of bones. That seems really good. Honestly, I could just leave, but I kind of want to explore more of the map. Light in the dark, you have found a pyre, a spark born from the great altar of Vesta. Here you can rest and take a breath, but be careful the pyre can only be used once. I will come back later. That looks horrifying. Broken porcelain. I hear it calling a name. My name. I plead to you, hazy candor of a fable. Do not lead me astray. Lucent Axiom of Ruin. Do you think that the people that developed this, like, just bought a Thesaurus before this? Or a Thesaurus, rather than Theosaurus? The lesser-known dinosaur? Do not tempt me further, for I know that both grace and doom coexist in you. Yet I can't help but wonder, if I were to embrace you, which one would you bestow upon me? Add cards in your deck or leave it and nothing happens. I have to take it. I need to know what this does. You touch it, hypnotized by the sweet lulling of the divine. For a brief moment, addled visions of the unknown cloud your vision. Okay. A benevolent hand has touched upon your fate. You feel like something inside you may have changed. I get to add a card to each deck. Okay, that's Echoing Heal. Draw 2, gain 3 armor. Sick Parvis Magna. Deal 7 damage, add 1 extra damage for each neutral card in your hand. It is a diamond card. Well, it has Magna in his name, so I'll give that to you. I do feel like True Sight might be better for you, though. I'll give you the heal ability, and I guess I'll give True Sight to you. And another battle.
My sin is my strength.
Okay, 3 armor to all allies. What are you doing? Lethality, crit chances being increased, and you're doing more damage. Oh, I don't have rage. That's right. But I can smash you. In the old smash or pass challenge, I'm going to choose to smash. Nice. Gain 4 armor and gain protector. That kind of suits me down to the ground. We'll do that. Because you are targeting this guy, and I don't want you to. In which case, you should take this as well.
Salvation by my hand.
Alright, we have Overwhelm, which wants us to play Swift cards. We can do this. Swift me. And get rid of this for now. Then I can play this. There's no point in hitting the B one, we're not going to kill it in time. Then I want to get rid of a card I don't want to use. Remove 1 random buff. Deal 17 damage and then pity them. No, I'm going to overwhelm you. And you don't need to heal, right? Oh, no, you do need to heal. Oops. Okay, you've put yourself into a position where you're going to get smashed. Perfect. Right, we need some thirst. Do I want to gouge a card right now? Not really. Actually, one thing I do want to check. The Hex has gone out of my deck, I think. I don't see it, so the Hex is purged from my deck. Good. Let's do this. I'm probably not going to overplay the armor. And I now have my buddy with me. Although maybe I should have just done this, because now I don't get thirst. Now I can gain thirst, though, but I'll gain armor. I do not want you. Now I can leech if I want to. Oh, shoot, I forgot that costs 1. Okay, that's fine.
What? Scared to face an Ashram warrior?
I probably have already completed my quest. I didn't even look at what it was, but I'll take it. A is attacking fairly soon, but we're just going to deal with him immediately. Well, we might as well go for a little repost action. I haven't played a Swift yet. You know what, let's just curse him. Maybe I should have left you up for a smash. Whatever. Extra neutral card in my hand. 1. Does 1 extra damage. Okay, let's do this because it's a new shiny card. Then I'll berserk you. You get to attack. Well done, you did 4 damage.
But you want to.
Gain hatred. Next card is played twice. Okay. Or I can just do this, do 18 damage, and feel pretty good about things. Actually, 22 damage. Okay, we've got Seed of the Mother now. Unique. Create a copy of the last card you played. Yes. Gain 4 armor. Andorra gets goad. I don't know what that means. Act first next round. Okay. Oh, shoot. This is pretty good in... What's his name's deck? I really like the idea of this card, the True Purpose. What is Crusade? Basic and neutral cards deal 2 more damage and give 2 more armor. You know what? I kind of like that. And you've already got this card in your deck, so we'll keep it. Kairos. A wandering peddler, apparently, always shrouded in a questionable aura of secrecy. He appears whenever, wherever, and sells whatever. You do not know what is more unsettling about him, his weird fixation over his horrible single lock of hair. It's pretty creepy. The fact that he's always in a hurry as if someone's trying to catch him, or that you still have absolutely no idea about who or what he is. I can buy a tablet protection for 80, remove a card on my deck for 50, or heal my wounds for 50. I will pay 50, remove a card from my deck. And we're going to do this to Ishana again. Because there are definitely cards in this deck I do not want. Like press the attack, don't want it. Burn it. Alright. I do have 2 of these disable traps. Magni took 9 damage. We failed the 75% roll. Brilliant. And Forbidden Fruit. Bountiful Bones. Adorned with sins aplenty. Magnanimous Harvest. Doused in guilt. Vestments torn and chests stricken. The procession goes on and on. King of the Yield, quench your thirst with your blood. Prince of the Grove, let us partake of you. I can heal or gain a debuff. Or I can leave it and get minor loot, maybe. Just give me minor loot, nothing happens. Because the only person that's injured is Magni, but I can heal Magni. Oh, you can move the map. You have to right click and hold and drag. We have this, remember. Now I'll rest. God, the music is really good in this game. Like the background music's been going on. I'm enjoying it. While resting at the pie, you can perform 4 actions, each costing 1 AP. Replenish a healing powder charge for every party member. Directly heal party members. Smelt. Or pray to a deity and start a neutral card draft. Repeating the same action increases its cost. Okay. We will definitely do a heal on Magni. Magni is fully healed. I will smelt. And I'm going to put it on Ishana again. Just get rid of these press the attacks. I don't want them. I've got 4 actions left. I can't hover over this one. Alright, it's early access. Ishana, I'm going to keep thinning your deck out, my dear. Let's get rid of the Stand Your Ground. I've never played one. 3 AP. I think it's because I can't use these right now. So it's just bugging out a little bit. And then I could start a draft if I want to. I honestly don't want to. So I'm going to skip the final 2 actions. We've barely made a step and this place already gives me the creeps. What's up with these colours? My eyes hurt. Everything here feels eerie. The creatures too are behaving strangely. Almost like soldiers protecting their bastion. I wonder why. And we're about to kill their glorious leader, probably. That's going to be my guess.
Whatever.
Damn me if I have any idea. I just know that I want to end this ugly ordeal as soon as possible. I don't know about you, but now I feel bad. I mean, in this case, aren't we the invaders, I think? It's the Mitchell and Webb sketch thing where it's like, we're the bad guys, aren't we? Or are we the bad guys? Are you working particularly hard to pee me off today? Yes, I mean, no. What good are you even for? Andorra, she is like 18 times the character you are right now. They're actually interesting. And I like the design more. What good are you even for besides spouting such scary nonsense? Come on now, we're companions. No need for friendly fire. It's not that I'm scared. Actually, I'm glad to be here with you. You two are strong, so there's no reason to worry. It's just that, well, I'm not really good at, you know, conversation.
Right.
This is the first time you've ever left your village, right? Yeah. Back home, I didn't really talk with anyone. But now, it feels good. I mean, camping next to a warm fire, chatting with friends. Well, it would be better to practice your conversation skills while you can. After all, when we win, us Guardians will have to take the Oath of Silence. Okay? That seems like a questionable... That seems like a questionable statement. We have to practice the Oath of Silence, therefore we need to practice our conversation skills. Surely the Oath of Silence is silence. You're right, I think. Alright, take me to the door. The barrier is gone now, you can open the gate. I feel like we've been walking in circles for ages. I need a break. You just had one! Is it wise to stop in the middle of nowhere? Well, we've already done it, so... There is no somewhere here. I hear footsteps. Tired already? You used to be much more athletic, Anra. What are you doing here? Did you forget that this burden was bestowed upon both of our clans? We might be allies, but it won't last forever.
That's enough.
Lonan, I suggest you calm your lively spirit. Right now. Forgive me, my Vestal. Holy Vestal, I am sorry too. I apologize for my partner's misconduct. We shall calm our lively spirits right now. I know you're going to question how. Eris is still alive. There's no need to jump at each other's throats. For now.
What?
How do you know Eris is still alive? Who's Eris? I can sense her. After all, she was a Vestal of Sentia like me. Holy Vestal, haven't we wasted enough time loitering here? We need to reach the betrayer as soon as possible, so that we'll finally wash this shameful stain away from Sentia's pride. A moment spent with our allies won't change what our fate has in store for us. ... Your determination is admirable. However, do not let your righteous bravery become deadly arrogance. We're facing a powerful foe that requires the utmost caution. You're right, fellow Guardian. Come what may, we are absolutely ready to sacrifice our lives for her. We shall protect our most holy Vestal, Radiant Jeweler Sentia, until the very end. What's up with them? Well, well, quite the Guardians, aren't they? Quite the troublesome bunch. So how are you feeling, Anra? Face the Dilemma Tutorial 39. There are times when the choice of individuals can alter the course of history. Think carefully. Each of these choices have unforeseen repercussions. Oh, she looks at you unexpectedly. What will you do? Open up to her or keep your distance? I'm going to open up to her. Why would I create an enemy at this point? Tired. I didn't expect to feel this fatigued. Even if they warn me of what happens once you commune with the altar.
That's how it is.
It's quite the vexing experience, yes. I had to stop and take a nap near one of the pyres. We literally just did it a second ago, Lyra. And yet we're still tired. Why am I not surprised? Once a slacker, always a slacker. She just slept. That's mean, you know. Sure, you're always the eager one, raring to go. Yet you never once denied me the pleasure of a moment of respite together.
Sure.
When you say it like that, it sounds embarrassing. It sounds lewd, honestly. You're a big girl. Because you've eaten too much and your pants don't fit around your waist. Great parody song, by the way. You'll get over it. Anyway, have you seen the other Vestals yet? No. And maybe that's for the better. Definitely. Even if you wanted to kick off that Vestal carnage first, you'd have to wait until the task is completed. Why are they all at each other's throats? Just take a chill pill. The sacred jewel, remember? Oh yeah, that. I forgot. If you were to ambush another vessel before that, you wouldn't be able to perform the ascension once the war is done. I know. We won't get anywhere this way. Let's just call it a day and go back to the cathedral. But we don't know where the pulley is. The altar. We are the sworn guardians of the vessels, so we are under the protection of the fire too. The fire can call us back on its own on certain occasions, but we can use them to return to the cathedral whenever we want. Let's take this chance to rest and report to the Divine Child then. We still have something to do here, but we'll meet again later. Now hurry. I think we did it. I got 3 or 4 achievements. I don't know how I missed something. Maybe I didn't do one of the missions and I wasn't paying attention. Whatever. It's good enough. No sin is too heavy, no guilt is too great. I will serve her until my last breath. Sigurd, Herald of Renewal. Why didn't they come back with us? Welcome back, warriors. Most revered, we located the betrayer's hideout, but were not able to reach it. No matter how long we walked, we were unable to get any closer. It seems that the betrayer is still tightly wields some remnant of power. Is there no way to reach her? There is always a way, child. When the sin was consummated, Eris was not alone. She corrupted the 8 guardians, using their misguided strength as the foundation for a false kingdom. Of course she did it. For centuries we have tried to call these harbingers of hers, in order to weaken their grasp over the holy grounds. And now all of them, only one remains. His name is Sigurd, once a warden from Flammen, and one of the most powerful guardians ever known. His demise might be the last push we need to knock over the Castle of Lies. My children, now gather your strength and slay this apostate phantom. Through your sacrifice, may your people atone. Threw off, yeah, okay, fratricide, reborn, sure. This Sigurd, even the Herald seems to respect his strength.
Right.
Don't worry, as long as my shield still stands, he won't lay a finger on you two. Oh. A useless vestal and a simple-minded girl. No wonder you'd gladly hide behind him. Oh.
A fierce woman appeared in front of them at the end of the staircase, accompanied by her 2 guardians. Their dark skin was adorned with precious weavings of red ink, and brash grins sat smugly on their lips.
Like the puny cowards you are.
Who the hell are you?
Amara, the only vessel that can hold her own against the Flamen girl. And the one who will put an end to your miserable croaking.
What is this accent? Are they trying to put on like a fake, like, I don't know, a fake northern accent, northern British accent? You're looking to start a fight while still on sacred grounds. Pathetic. Don't it bother you that much, little one? You fear you might be too blasphemous for these hallowed halls? The Divine Child can't wait to see your blood flow, you know? I bet he'd be too disgustingly excited about it to care about decorum. Gotta hand it to you. At least you brought one guardian worthy of his title. A shame it had to be a half-blood. Is that why you keep that bucket on? ... Damn
you!
Are you gonna let us spew crap at you like that? Don't fall for a taunt, Ever Chosen. You should take an example from the big guy, you know. It's so easy to rile you up. A weak mind is a sign of an unfit commander. Are you just called Gal? Pee off. Look, we'll make it easy. First, we're gonna kill Eris, and then we'll come for you. Not if I slit your throat first. Wow, what a comeback. Ever Chosen. Maybe it's just better if we leave. Don't bother. I'm done talking. Our strength will speak for us next time we meet. See ya. Who are those people? The Delham tribe. We are enemies, so such pleasantries are nothing special to us. We'll repay them back soon enough on the battlefield. For now, there's something else weighing on my mind. The length of the recording. Why did she decide to stay behind in Naraka? I honestly don't care. Cards earned. We have Speed of Light. Swift 1 Hinder. Delay the target's next turn by 1. That's pretty strong, honestly. And then 4 damage. Deal 4 to all enemies. All allies gain armor. Okay. And Self. Gain 2 armor, 1 thirst. Remove 1 random debuff. Or Gouge. Gain 4 armor. Remove 2 random debuffs. Okay. Oh, and then more. Does a little bit of bleed. Is swift. Is a unique. Draws 2 cards and gives you Crusade. Oh yeah, neutral cards give you 2 or more damage and armor. Alright. And Ishana gets another Thirst Enabler. What is Bloodthirst? Deal 1 extra damage to for the stat of bleeding on the target. Okay, so this rewards a bleed build. Alright. No pain, no gain. Gives you Thirst, draws, gives you hexes and armors. Condemned to Oblivion, Berserk, does 6, does 2 extra damage if you have at least 1 hex card. Interesting. And then Self removes 2 hex cards from the deck. So Magni can gain the hex cards as well. And then you can get Enlightenment, an extra XP, or AP, sorry. That seems a little bit weak, honestly. It's kind of 1 mana do nothing. And then we got all this loot. Everyone has earned 2 points to spend in the talent tree. Optional story scenes are available in the quarters, please no. A new hero card and skill points. Tutorial 40. Completion of each main depth of a dungeon will be rewarded with at least 1 new hero card for each character, ready to be added to your decks, as well as skill point ready to be spent. To see more, open the Great Altar tab. Listen. I'm just going to have to call this here. It's going a little bit too long now, the recording. Next episode, we'll check out these talent trees and see what we can do. Maybe you can edit the decks before you do each run. I'm not sure exactly how that's going to work yet. If you enjoyed this, why not check the game out on Steam? Again, as I mentioned, it's in early access. I'm trying to remember exactly what the cost of this was. It was somewhere between the old £10 to £20 range. It was £12.79 on Steam. And since in early access, they're probably going to keep reworking it, and you never know, they're going to keep supporting it, buffing cards, nerfing cards. It seems solid enough, as much as, you know. I kind of joked a little bit about the lore, and boy is the lore of this game. If that's your jam, then maybe this game is really up your street. Anyway, thanks a lot for watching, and I'll see you again next time. Goodbye.